What are you playing? What is this?
Heart and soul. A little laid back, but hey, it works.
It's a free show. I mean, play whatever you want.
I wanted to get to it. Good morning.
Rock here.
Nancy here. Hi, Lise.
Anticlimactic music in the
No,
house.
I wanted to get into that.
Is that
Heart and soul.
elevator music?
Don't you know? Yeah, I love elevator music. I love Foodland music. I love elevator music. Elevator music. I love it. I love it. Makes me feel warm inside.
It does?
Makes me feel safe. Yeah. I'm
Well,
gonna
that's
own
good.
that. I used to resist that. Like people would like make fun of me. Oh, you like elevator music or you like Foodland music. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I do. I love it. It makes me feel good.
What a breakthrough.
What a breakthrough. How's everybody doing?
How is everybody doing?
How was your weekend?
It's Monday morning.
It's
Come on.
Monday morning. What a great start to the
beautiful
day.
out there.
Oh, I hope you had a good morning so far. I hope you're in a peak state.
We did good this morning.
We did
Woke
fabulous.
up,
I
worked
love
out, breakfast is already done.
it. Yeah, like I mean,
Lunch is already almost done.
the habits just keep.
I'm ahead.
You're ahead. I know.
I'm ahead of the
I
game
know,
today.
I know. This week we're going to talk about habits. Habits that serve you. Today we're going to talk about mapping your habits.
Mapping it.
Yeah. There is a technique in how to make your habits stick. So let's give you an example about how you want to say you're giving into a temptation of eating chocolate. Like I'm going to use my own examples. And say you're like, okay, or let's say like you want a drink or something. And you're like, okay, I'm going to have a
Stick
few.
with the chocolate.
No, I'm gonna use.
Stick with the chocolate.
I'm gonna go with the drinks. So say you're having, for me.
We're gonna
I'm-
use my example.
Yeah. No, because it's either or. You know, like you're finding yourself like you're like, okay, I've had a tough day or like a busy day. I'm gonna unwind with a nice glass of wine, and then sometimes it turns into 2 or 3, and the next thing you know, you drink the whole bottle. And then you go to sleep, and then like you wake up hungover, lethargic, you know, and then you show up into that day like with no enthusiasm you're not enthusiastic and
Yeah.
you're low energy.
You're low
and
energy.
it just
Of
affects
course,
how you show up
hangover
into
does
your
that.
day.
Like
Yeah.
anybody who's watching this has been hungover at least once, maybe.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's just about mapping
That feeling
out.
sucks.
And that's just an example. It could be for food. It could be for chocolate. It could be like, you know, it's just, you know, you're
Yeah.
starting with one square and then you end up eating the whole bar. And yeah, so it's just
Yeah,
like,
that's
you have
more
to,
your example.
yeah, you have to play it out. Say, okay, if you have one piece of chocolate, are you able to just have that one piece of chocolate? If not, are you seeing yourself having the whole bar and then feeling like you're having like a midday crash or like, you know, stuff like that. You just have to play it out to the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Because-
Visualize what's going to happen after you do what you think you're going to do.
Yeah, good or
Right.
bad. Because
Good or bad,
it's
right?
like you have that initial feel-good moment,
Yeah.
that quick fix. But then if you look at the long-term gain, where it's either serving you or not serving you,
Yeah.
then
like-
and then it's like
Exactly.
you'll likely perform or not perform
Yeah.
that habitual pattern.
Yeah.
So-
It's like when I wake up in the morning, I don't usually want to wake up at like 4:45.
No.
It's a bit early for me.
Yeah.
But then I say, well, if I get up and do a workout, and then I'm ahead of the game, I'm taking care of my
Yeah.
body, and then I can start planning my day in my little journal, and then I can make my lunch and make breakfast and be ready before the show. So that's what I do.
That's
I
great.
map it out.
You map it out and it's
Because I know that working out in the morning and doing all that will make me have a good day.
yeah, and
in
then
general.
it gets you in the peak state, and then
Yeah.
you would show up so much different as if you were either in a poor mood or in a peak state.
Well, yeah. Imagine somebody who's an alcoholic, for example. Every day they're hungover, and the only cure is more alcohol,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
They're not mapping it out too clearly.
no,
But also they're addicted, so we gotta be careful because addiction and
yeah,
well, you mean they didn't start off an alcoholic,
no,
right? Or a drug addict, or obese because you can't stop eating.
or a food addict.
Food addict. You start. It's incremental.
Oh, absolutely.
Little things that you do or don't do
Absolutely.
that will either foster good and or bad habits.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the brain knows. It's like if you pursue something and you get that instant hit
Yeah.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
And the brain's like, it's not stupid. It wants you to go for that again, but you know
Yeah.
it has a downfall to certain things like
Yeah.
addictions, drinking, or food.
Whatever it is.
You know,
Addiction,
anything.
anything.
Or same thing with performing or pursuing any good habits, like you know, our morning routine.
Yeah.
It feels good long term. That's why
Yeah.
it's important to play it out. Because initially you're like, oh, this sucks waking up super early.
Yeah.
But if you discipline yourself and you pursue those things, and then it
Yeah.
makes you feel good, stick to what feels good, not
So, like,
the
yeah.
initial waking up where it's hard, and then
You're basically delaying instant gratification when you do that.
yeah, it's true.
So there was a study made where they had children in a room, and they told the children, you can have, I think it was a marshmallow. You can have a marshmallow now, or if you wait a bit, and they didn't specify, if you wait a bit, you'll get 2 of them. And a lot of these kids took the marshmallow right away. Some of them held off, and they made these kids wait a couple of hours, and then they gave them marshmallow. But then they followed these kids for the next, I don't know, 10 years or so.
Oh wow.
And what the studies showed was that the ones who delayed gratification, they waited, had been more successful in life.
That's interesting.
Financially, all that. Because they knew that if they waited, you know, and they delayed their instant gratification, that they would get more long term.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when you're pursuing any type of goal, anything. You know, of course it's easier to watch Netflix. I'm guilty of that, you know,
Yeah.
watching Netflix. But if you delay that gratification, you work towards your stuff, you know,
Yeah.
you postpone the initial feel good so that it's double down or 10x down the road.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because, and especially if it's something new, or you're having a bit of like frustration, or like you're having a hard time kind of getting over a certain thing. Like for me, like it's like to really improve my online course and improve my website.
Yeah.
Maybe for you is to but like rewrite the whole novel.
whole
So it's
novel.
like a little
Yeah,
hump,
that's
and it's like
discouraging.
sometimes, yeah, I know, but sometimes you,
I have to
well, oftentimes you're like, oh, I'm gonna go do this because this is instant. But if you keep pushing, you know, over that hump, then you're able to like get that serotonin boost, feel good hormone. That,
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Delay the gratification. It pays off later on.
Map out
Map
your
your stuff. It helps out.
and it really
Helps
does
out.
help
Visualization. You know,
Yeah.
if you know that 6 beers is going to get you hungover.
Yeah.
Maybe only have 5. Right?
All right, yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yes. As always.
As always, we
love you
ya.
guys.
We're
We're thinking about you.
ya.
And we will see you
Take a cold
guys tomorrow
shower.
morning. I did actually.
Have some
Yeah.
fruits. Be a good person.
See you guys tomorrow morning. Map
Come
out your
on.
habits. Make it a great day.
Come on.